Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Before I get into this weather pattern that we're going into right now, I just want to give everybody, talk about the blog and, thank all of you again. It's just amazing how far this has come. A brief history of the blog. It started back in January of 2006, something I just did on my own for fun for my family and friends, and then it caught the attention of the late and great Dale Nicholson, former general manager, and Randy Dixon, and some other people at Channel 7, and said it started growing. They started hearing about it. They said, Todd, can we put this at KATV.com? And I said, yeah, of course, and let's do this. And it's been growing by leaps and bounds all the time. I update this all the time on my own time, and so I want to thank everybody for coming to it. I just want to give everybody a little warning that I don't know where this is going to end up. I don't know where the blog is going to be. My full hope and my full intent is that it stays in its present form at KATV.com, but I just don't want you to come to the website and say, well, where did the blog go? Because there's a chance at least that it may not be there, but it will exist, and just pay attention to social media, Twitter, my personal Twitter and Facebook, and I'll let you know where it is, but I just don't want anybody caught off guard by this. So like I said, if it's not there, it will be somewhere else, but my hope is that it stays there. Now let's talk about the weather forecast for the next several days. We're going into a weather pattern. There are a couple things going on. There's a frontal boundary coming in from the north, okay? And that's going to be the focus where that ends up. And I think it's going to be across portions of Oklahoma and Texas up into Missouri. But that is going to be the area where the moisture really pulls and gets wrung out of the atmosphere, and it rains like crazy, I think, this weekend and into next week especially. And all this is because there's a ridge of high pressure located east of Arkansas, and it's going to have a tremendous fetch of Gulf of Mexico moisture. When I talk to schools all the time, I always say, kids, if the Gulf of Mexico didn't exist, Arkansas would be a desert. And that's the truth. That Gulf of Mexico provides most of our moisture, not all, but most of our moisture comes from the Gulf of Mexico. And I'm telling you, there's going to be a strong fetch of moisture coming up, and that moisture is going to pool right along that boundary, which I fully anticipate to stall towards our north. The GFS is also kind of indicating a tropical feature in the western Gulf next week. Not what we want to see, but I'll show you here. This is the GFS, Global Forecasting System, courtesy of weatherbell.com. The black lines are the isobars, the ridge of high pressure, at least at the surface, located out here towards the east. And then you see there's a fetch of moisture. The black lines, again, with high pressure, you get air flowing out of it clockwise, and a fetch of moisture coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico. So I think, and this is Saturday morning, and I'm recording this, by the way, I should say this, Friday, June 12th at about 6 o'clock. But the focus for the rain is going to be during the afternoon. Now, some will continue at night, but it's going to be in the afternoon. And I want to warn everybody because a lot of outdoor plans, I know a lot of people are outdoor in the summertime in this great state with lots of stuff going on, want you to stay safe. Storms may not be severe, but they produce lightning, and that can be fatal. So if you hear the thunder roar, get indoors. I don't expect this to be a washout by any stretch of the imagination, but where thunderstorms do occur, there could be the chance for some locally heavy rainfall in this type of pattern. So you go into look at all the green that's showing precipitation. Again, this is the GFS. It doesn't have great resolution, so you're not going to see thunderstorms on this here, but it's showing quite a bit of moisture across the state, and there will be areas of thunderstorms. This is during the afternoon, so the heating of the day. Notice there's more green, so there's more convective development, more thunderstorm development. And then at night it begins to wane, but it doesn't dissipate completely. And then it blows back up on Sunday and then dies out Sunday night. Let's go into next week. Do you see that area of low pressure coming up off the Gulf of Mexico into southeastern Texas? So that is Tuesday afternoon. If this forms, and again, big question mark, if this forms and goes along this track, it would put Arkansas on the favorable track for some very wet weather on the eastern side where it draws up the Gulf of Mexico moisture. Notice here on the eastern side of that low, there's the low. Notice on the eastern side, it's very moist. On the western side, much, much drier. So if this develops, where is it tracks? That's, again, big if, but this has got it coming over Arkansas. You see that? By the middle of next week. And if that happens, then that would bring some very heavy rainfall into areas that probably don't need it. But again, that's a big if. So there you have it. Just want to give everybody a head. Oh, wait. There we go. This is GFS showing precipitation all the way through next Thursday. Notice it's got where that front develops and stalls. See where all that moisture is pooling, like I said, to the north. Now, we're going to get rain, but notice that over that ridge of high pressure, lesser amounts of rain towards our east, Alabama and Mississippi and into Georgia and Tennessee. So lesser amounts of rainfall there. But where that ridge sets up and then where that flow comes around that ridge, that's where all the moisture is going to be found. In Arkansas, at least part of Arkansas, will receive some locally heavy rainfall. And the GFS is picking up on some of that tropical activity. This isn't the GFS. What am I talking about? This is Weather Prediction Center manual prognostication progs. So anyway, it's picking up on both of those features there, and we'll see how far north and if that develops with that tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody, and I'll see you on Channel 7 News this weekend.